And really, it's not necessary that y'all would be in the meeting, but it does sometimes help, so. Um, the Beacon Law Firm, who do they represent?
Yeah.
Sam Marsh, perhaps? Got the Takacs Law Firm on here too.
Yeah, they're up.
Oh, there's Sam Marsh for Kylie Meyer. I found it. Takacs Law Firm, who do they have?
Well, I'm getting that document back up. I don't see Takash having anybody.
Is it one of the ones that didn't get signed?
Unless it's this one I want, no, that's Andrew Wolf.
Robert Callahan, I forgot what law firm he's with.
Takash is one of this dismissal.
Okay. Okay, who's the client? Do you know?
Rodriguez.
And they have nothing else? Who is Ike Itzabama? Okay, Sterling, I don't know who that is. Swing,
She's getting the order of how they.
Yeah, surprisingly, it does keep track of that. It didn't at first. And it does. Cam Galvin.
Cameron Galvan, his was to dismiss the Jasmine Moore referral that you signed, you had me stamp yesterday.
Okay.
So I felt that too.
He's just being thorough. So Kelly McMahon's office, Dorothy Lawrence's office is this one that filed the motion on Jones? I don't
Yes,
see them. And Wolf, I don't see. Anyone from Brett Pritchard, I don't see. Robert Callahan, I don't see. But I do have two unidentified people. We'll just start and see what happens. Here we go. Good morning. I'm Judge. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. And I'm going to ask everyone just to stay muted until I unmute you. It just creates some feedback if there's too many unmuted at once. I do welcome everybody to the municipal court. And this morning, we're actually doing just the pretrial docket. And so just understand that this is by agreement. And if anyone would prefer to reset and come in live, that's not a problem. We can do that. I am able to conduct the meetings just to kind of facilitate on the pretrial docket. So we are going to do that this morning, as I say, unless someone just would like to get reset to come in. I'll make some brief announcements in a moment, but I do want to just kind of figure out who's here for which thing. Let's see. And oh, I see Mr. Wolf. There he is. Mr. Wolf, welcome. You weren't showing up a moment ago, so I just was not sure if you were here, and you are, so we're good. I did see a handful of people that I couldn't identify, so I just want to do that and check in with a handful of folks. And so let me just start with there was a person named Sterling. I think it's Mr. Sterling. If you could unmute and just tell me, obviously, what law firm you're with.
Yeah, it's good. Excuse me. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Quincy Sterling Hall. I'm with the Brett Pritchard Law Firm.
Okay, Mr. Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Sterling Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to rename you just for this meeting so that I don't get lost.
Understood.
And that's great because I have y'all for, I think, a couple of things this morning. So great. And thank you very much. And I also had a person, and I'm going to just try to find them again. Let's see. It looked like a law firm person. Of course, people scramble and change their, okay. I'm going to say this wrong, but I'm going to do my best. Aki Aitsebaimo.
Yeah, good morning, Your Honor. Akia Tabamo. That was pretty good. I'm
Okay.
here with Kelly McMahon's office.
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. I was a little concerned I didn't see them. And so great. That'll be great. Let me just note you're here and just I will put the law firm name real quick just to make sure I don't lose your place in line. So there we go. Let's see. Great. Great. Gotcha. Okay, that's good. That's everyone. And then I want to quickly check in. Cameron Galvan, where are you? Let's see. We have a number of people today. Great. So that's the Jasmine Moore case. Is that right?
Correct.
I did sign that dismissal this morning, so you're free to go with the thanks of the court. Sorry.
All right. Thank you so
Oh,
much,
no,
Judge.
I apologize. I've got the wrong one. I don't have a signature. I do have a plea agreement. I'm certainly willing to follow it. The deferral's done. Apologies. I have a few things that didn't quite happen this morning. Okay, I have your deferral. And
Yes,
we'll be, I think it was sent to you yesterday. Is that right?
correct.
Thanks to the
Well, it was
clerk.
sent this morning, so I have it. I just wanted to make sure everything's okay because last time I checked, I was still on docket.
Yes, you were, but you're no longer are, so you're good to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much for your time and thanks for checking in.
Of course.
I've got you confused with the Tkach law firm, is that right? So I think they just had the one case, is that right? And it was dismissed Rodriguez?
Yes, Adonis Castro Rodriguez. I just wanted to make sure we were all good.
Thank you for doing that, counsel. I do appreciate it, but I just up front will tell you that I signed that and it should be coming your way if it hasn't already.
Okay, perfect. May I be excused?
Yes, you're good to go with the thanks of the court.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's see, Mr. Matson is the prosecutor, and I'm going to go ahead and have him begin meeting with Daniel Kramer's office on the Rasan, excuse me.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning.
That's in case. So let me move y'all forward. Can you get on screen, Attorney Kramer?
Yes, 1 second. Good morning, Judge.
Morning.
Morning, Judge.
Morning. Communication works a lot better if we're able to do that. So
I understand.
Mr. Matson, can you unmute and just introduce yourself?
Morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Matson, the prosecutor for Temple.
Okay, let me move y'all over and let y'all get started. I know everybody's time is very precious and we will protect it, but we also need to just have proper due regard for each person's case. Everyone else remaining, I've already checked you in and noticed where everybody sort of is in the scheme of things, except there's one person I just want to just check in. There's a phone call person, and that's no problem. If you could unmute on the phone and let me just find out who you are. The phone takes a minute. There's a click system. Okay, so I did send an unmute request to you on the telephone. And it looks like let me look at the number again, a 949 area code. My thought is that it might be Mary Young. Are you here? Is anyone here from the Lawrence Law Firm, Dorothy Lawrence?
Andrew will, can't prove if he's loading back in.
Okay, no problem. He logged out already. Okay, got a few people, I don't know, hanging up or if the connection's bad. Can you thumbs up me if you can hear me? Okay, that's everyone so far. Okay, well, we'll just keep working with those who can't, so it might be on their end. Okay, so good morning. I'm Judge Person, and we're online, which is still working a little bit for some of us, especially as you can see with attorney cases. But I did note when folks had logged in. I do usually do kind of a brief introduction, but it really pertains more to folks who are self-representing. We are authorized to be slightly less formal with municipal courts as long as we are tracking the codes and the law. A couple of things I want to let you know if you don't already, and that is that if you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods for accusing someone. A ticket or a complaint when filed is an accusation. When we give a plea, we're giving our answer, our response to that accusation. There are three options for pleading, giving that answer. Guilty means I did it, essentially. It also moves the case toward trial. I'm sorry, toward sentencing, excuse me. No contest doesn't mean I did it. It doesn't mean I didn't do it. It means I'm just going to move forward with trial. I'm not going to say yes or no to the charge. Sentence me. So if you plead guilty or no contest, we're moving into sentencing. Not guilty means I do want a trial. The state should have to prove its case against me. We don't have an innocence plea because we're not required to prove our innocence. The state is required at trial to prove, at least make a showing on each element before we are asked to prove anything. And then even then we cannot be forced to testify. Okay. A couple of things for those who aren't represented by counsel this morning, namely that if you are seeking an attorney, if you need legal advice, even though we're probably at a point where it's a little late in the game to do that. Nevertheless, if I haven't spoken with you before, you can go ahead and just say, hey, Judge, I need some time. I need to meet with counsel. And when you do that, we just give you some time to do that. In the Class C courts, we don't court appoint the counsel for a lot of reasons, but we do give you time to get that information. And if you are trying to do that, again, you just say, hey, Judge, I need time, and let me know, and we will give you that time to meet with someone, hire them or don't hire them. That's your decision. I just want to make some space for that to happen if it needs to happen. Thank you, Mr. Mattson. Mr. Kramer, let me get that file pulled out real quickly.
Yeah, good morning again, Judge.
Yes, good morning again. Okay, this is on the Dutton case. Can we get an update from both of you?
Yes, Judge, we're going to be doing a deferral on each of the citations.
Okay,
Before that, though, I would like to reduce the fine on both by $50.
okay,
So the balance of the speeding ticket will go from $254 to $204,
okay,
and the balance of the DWLI will go from $281 to $231.
okay.
And then once those,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I'm waiting for you, counsel. Thank you.
Once those reductions have been entered, both citations will be on a deferral of 120 days. The speeding citation will have a 6-hour course due by day 60. And the DWLI will have the license turned in by day 60. And then the balance on each of those citations, the first half will be paid by day 30. So for the speeding citation, it'll be 102 due on August 1st. And then the remaining 102 due on September 3rd.
Okay, and then on the DWLI,
The DWLI will have 116 due by August 1st.
oh, I see.
and 115 due by September 3rd.
I understand now. I was not sure if we were stacking out. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let me just recap this. Reduce both cases by $50 with a balance of 204 on the speeding charge and a balance on the DWLI of 231. The speeding charge is deferred until October 30th. Half the balance of 102 on August 1st, half the balance on September 3rd, and a course due by September 3rd. The DWLI is deferred till October 30th with half balance due on August 1st of 116, remaining balance due of 115 by September 3rd, and a license turned in by September 3rd to the court.
Sounds great.
Okay, I will sign that. It may take a little bit for us to get that signed and over to you, council.
Great.
If you want to hang out and wait for us to do that, you may. I'm pretty comfortable with just, I think we've had good communication with your firm. So I
Right.
think we can go ahead and let you go, and you should have that by mid-morning.
Sounds perfect.
Okay, do you have any further questions before I let you go?
We're great, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Take care.
Yes, you're good to go.
Thank you. Have a
Yes.
good day.
And you too. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mr. Wolf, I think you can hear us now. Is that right? Thumb me up. There you go.
That's correct, Judge.
Great. Gotcha. Okay, good. Glad we got you reconnected. Sometimes it's just the connection. I'm going to work with the phone person for a minute, but before I do that, Mr. Matson, let me have you and the attorney from Samuel Marsh, I believe it is Mr. Marsh here. Let's make sure your audio is working and great. Can you unmute?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm with Sam Marsh of Beacon Law. I'm here on Kyle Meyer as a defendant today.
Yes, let's see. That's who we have as well. So let me,
Okay.
thank you. I'll move y'all over to that meeting. And Mr. Matson is already able to move. So there we go. Okay. Just quickly on the phone, it's a 949 number. And I'm going to send you an unmute request. And that should sort of click in and give you instructions. I'll look at my numbers here in a second and see. The one person I would be looking for, let's see, I believe would be Denia Jones. Are you here? Could that be you? Anyone from the Dorothy Lawrence law firm on that case? Mary Young? So I don't know who that is. It's just impossible, to communicate with you because I'm not hearing you and I'm not seeing you, which means we've sort of failed at the Zoom process. We'll have to reschedule you to live court.
Judge?
Yes, very good. Hi, what's your
Yes.
name?
Oh, so I'm on. My name is Brett Fronter. I'm on Zoom as well, but my audio was not working for Zoom, so I had to call in as well.
Okay, what's your name again?
Brett Fronter.
There we go. I had you. Yeah, I had you in already. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm in the Zoom, but I'm on the phone for the audio because it's not
I
working through
see.
my Zoom.
Okay,
So
listen.
I'm double dipping.
Are you driving?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Good, because that's like we don't want to watch that.
No, I'm in a parking lot.
Okay, very good, very good. Sometimes people are moving and I don't want to misunderstand. Okay, Mr. Franzner, I do have you checked in already, so we're good. We'll just we'll want to unmute you for that meeting, and the system can do it. It's just there's a little tricky piece. I'll explain when we get there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. All right, I'm just gonna remute you for now. And I still have one or two people self-representing, so I'm just going to continue to let you know how things move through this court, and it's just Class C court general information. So if we're sentencing, then there are 4 ways that you still can gain a dismissal. compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed, and that authorizing legal language says that the judge shall dismiss. So I do look for those automatically on a plea of guilty or no contest. In this setting, I haven't automatically done that, but I might give a quick look and see if we're doing that. That's normally a conversation you might then have with the prosecutor rather than myself on a plea of not guilty, which is everybody here today. So it's no problem. It just may get addressed a little bit differently. The second dismissal is if you do a driving safety course option, and that the way that that works is a little different in the sense that you pay the court costs, the fines go on hold, you get your course turned in, and it keeps it off your record, but it also is less expensive. And we normally tell you if you are on a plea of guilty or no contest, we normally let you know if you might be eligible for that program and just check in with you about it to see if it's something you want to try to do. Let's see now with the Beacon Law Firm on Tyler Meyer. Mr. Marsh, Mr. Matson, can we check in? I know we have a number of things.
Yes, we have an agreement for dismissal after payment of the Omni fees. Mr. Meyer would like some more time in order to get those paid. So we'd like to ask for a 60-day reset just to get him to give him time to make those payments.
Okay, let me make sure I understand and let me get the state to weigh in real quickly. Thank you. Mr. Matson?
Yes, Your Honor, that is the agreement we have. We just need a little bit more time for Mr. Meyer to get those Omni fees paid.
Okay, he did mention dismissal, which is a term of art. I don't have a problem with I will tell you that I don't have income information on Mr. Meyer. Let me give some backup real quickly for both of you. My policy on this is clear. If I can get income information regarding Mr. Meyer, I might be compelled, and it's no problem, to waive those Omni fees. Now, I do require that payment application be filled out by the client, your client, Mr. Marsh. And I would need that before I did that recall. And since you're representing on everything, I'm not going to probably let you withdraw until we get it resolved. But if the person is indigent, and it sounds like your firm is strictly working on that basic, already y'all have made an assessment of your own. If you'll allow me to get the information I need to make that assessment, then we can proceed forward without that payment. I would like to get that in the next 2 weeks. I can schedule you out 30 days and maybe y'all can work on an agreement between now and then. But if I could get we can resend I call it a financial affidavit, and I use it 2 ways. I use it in sentencing, but I use it as well, which is often in sentencing, but not always, in determining indigent status. So I don't have people fill out like the same form over and over again with different names at the top. That's not beneficial to anyone here at the court. So I just have the person fill it out, send it in, let me make that assessment, and then we can go from there. Do either of you have a problem if instead of giving 60 days to pay it, let's do 30 days to assess it and then check in online?
I'm certainly happy to do that, and we do that as you could tell from our firm, the kind of law we practice. The statement of inability to pay is what we call it. But yes, we're more than happy to submit that. I can have that to you within the next couple of days. So
okay,
if we don't want to. We tend to play it safe because sometimes courts will see indigent and find convictions, and then so we don't necessarily want to jump straight to the indigents. But
yeah,
obviously, given this discussion, we are more than happy to submit a statement of inability to pay.
what you have said makes sense as to how y'all do it. So just go ahead. I will email it over as a courtesy copy. It's on our website as well. So you can click on that document and print it, but we'll email it later this morning with the reset for August 1st on all cases. Mr. Matson, any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, great. And then we'll all kind of convene on August 1st, or if I get things in from y'all, I'll rule once I get that income information in, and then we can see if we move forward. But my guess is we're probably going to be on the same page regarding indigent status. And then y'all are free to recall we can get the license recalled and see where we might go after that.
Sounds like a plan. I greatly appreciate your art.
Okay, no problem. All right. Yeah, getting that in quickly is good. That Omni program takes a while to recall, as I'm sure you know if you work with it.
It
So
does.
we do it electronically the same day that I make the termination. We have 5 days, but it's usually 24 hours for us. They take 21 business days. So it still could be that if the license isn't clear by August 1st, that we just simply ask for a reset to September. But I want to kind of keep things moving.
Certainly. I'll work on that right away. May I sit down, Your Honor?
Yes, you're good to go. I think that's the only case y'all have today. Is that right?
Yep, that was the
Yes,
only-
Your Honor.
Okay, very good. You're free to withdraw with the thanks of the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, I need to move you forward. I'm going to move you forward with Brett Frogner. And he is unmuted, no, I'm sorry, he's not unmuted yet. He's on a phone. He needed to go in by way of 2 devices, a phone and a video. And I don't know if it's the location or the device or what have you, but I'm going to move both of those over, the phone and his image device. And then the thing that happens, Mr. Frogner, is when y'all are coming back over, sometimes you can get back, excuse me. Sometimes I can get y'all back over with the phone. Online. Mr. Matson's going to come tell me when it's time to do that. Sometimes I have to have you hang the phone up and move call back in. So we'll just take it as it happens. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. And the third way to gain a dismissal, probably everyone here is already familiar with, is the deferral option. And with those on a plea of guilty or no contest, there's an exception in the Class C court that you can, in fact, ask the judge directly for the deferral. And we're just moving paperwork, thank you, forward on the cases y'all have already heard. Let's see, I think that's about it. We're just gonna hold on and wait. Hurry up and wait, as they say. Hang on just a moment. Let me just make sure. And I'm going to organize my files while we sit here. Does anybody have any pending questions? Okay. Is the Braun paperwork for Braun? I don't have it in here. But Mr. Swain's case is Braun, one of them.
Is that what?
That's a good question. Yes. Oh, Mr. Swain, I do have on the Mata case as well as on the Braun case. I still have the, I don't know how to say it, Tro case, the Schaefer case pending. But on Mata and Braun, there's a deferral agreement that I received from the prosecutor.
Yes.
Mata, it is 120 days. Maybe, let me double check that.
That's correct, Judge. That's fine.
Yes, it's a speeding charge. A course required August 30th, payment required July 31st. And I did not have your signature on that agreement just yet.
Yes, Judge. I needed to clarify something with Mr. Madsen, which I did over email this morning. So I'm ready to send those in. I can do that now while we're waiting, if you'd like.
Okay. Do you have them with you already?
I do, yes.
Okay. If you'll send those over, once I get signature, I can remove those and then we can proceed with what's left.
Okay, I'll get those to you.
Okay.
Judge, before you try and pull Mr. Franzer back over,
Yes,
I just wanted to see if you could take a look at his financial affidavit and see if he qualifies for a reduction on this ticket.
okay. Yes. Yes,
Okay, because he's looking to do a deferral. What would that reduction go to?
actually, I do have a question. I'm not clear. I thought it was yes, and now I'm not clear what he wrote here. Give me just a second. Hold on. Technically, he's not indigent, however, I'm not sure why, but there's a couple of bills that have him sort of in a bind. Okay, what was your question? Oh, the fine reduction?
Yes, Your Honor.
I could go down to half of the fine.
That would probably be very helpful. I will let him know.
Okay, and then y'all can maybe sort out where you are. Should I take that step yet?
I think that would be appropriate. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna work on that with the clerk while y'all negotiate,
Okay, thank you.
and I will let him know when he comes back in as to
I
our.
appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. On Frogner, the fine can be reduced to half. And I'm doing that on my motion based on he's not indigent, but debt to income to debt ratio. I'll re-sign when he sends his in. If you want to print his, that way you have it all in one place. Same. Mr. Matson, can we get Mr. Franzer over, or do I need to move him?
Judge, he's ready.
Let me try moving him first. Okay, I think we've got everything moved over. And so, Mr. Matson, I did do a reduction. Mr. Franzner, I did do a reduction of your fine to half. What is our total at this time? And that has taken the total to 409, down from 659. And then where are we with regard to this matter? Mr. Matson, let me begin with you.
We're going to enter a deferral agreement, Your Honor.
Okay,
The terms of that are going to be 120 days
okay,
with a 6-hour course due by day 60.
okay,
And Mr. Frontier is going to be paying the fine in 3 installments. The first is going to be 137, and that'll be due on or before August 1st.
okay,
And then the next payment will be 136. That'll be due on or before September 3rd.
okay,
And then the final payment will also be 136, and that'll be due on or before September 30th.
okay. And that was okay. And then the deferral ends October 30th. So let me recap this. A deferral from today until October 30th with a 6-hour course due by September 3rd. A payment due of a third, that's 137 by August 1st. 136, a third payment due by September 3rd. And then final payment due by September 30th. Do I have that correctly, folks?
You do, Your Honor.
Okay, and I'm seeing a nod
Yes,
from
ma'am.
Mr. Fronsner. Mr. Fronsner, let me email that to you here in a second and have you sign it and email it back, and then we'll get you sorted, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just hang out for a moment, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to remute that for just right now. And then Mr. Matson, Wesley Perkins. Mr. Perkins, can you unmute and get on screen? There we go.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, great. Let me move you over to that meeting.
Thank you.
And we're moving along. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, we're emailing that over, Mr. Fronsner. Oh, are you able to sign from where you are? Okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Judge.
Yes.
So I got the email. I'm gonna have to print it out and then send it back to you. I won't be able to do that right this second, but I'll get it back to you today.
Okay, what time should we look for that?
I'll have it in the next 30 minutes. I just gotta go inside and print it out, sign it, and send it back to you.
That's perfect. That will work. Okay, thank you, Mr. Fronster. We'll just, call, wait for the email back that says we got it, and you should get a copy sent back over to you, I think, once all the signatures are done, so that you'll know we got it that way, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You're good to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Mattson, I know we're moving forward with Mr. Perkins and he's back over in the room, so let's get an update on the two charges.
Your Honor, I'd actually like to reset this for 2 weeks out, just to give
Okay.
Mr. Perkins time to submit some stuff.
Okay, we're resetting to July 16th unless either of you has an objection.
None
Okay,
from me, Your Honor.
okay, and he shook his head no, so I heard you.
Yeah, no objection.
Great, we'll email that over to you here shortly, okay? Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. No, ma'am. Am I free to go?
You are, thanks for asking.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And you too.
Thank you, Madsen.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mattson, I visited briefly with Mr. Swain. We were able to sort through the two deferrals and we have signatures. Those are off. So we're just down to the Schaefer and the Truo case. And he's actually next on your queue. So I'm going to move y'all over to that meeting.
Before you do that, Your Honor, I believe that he has already accepted offers on those cases.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Judge, I just don't have the paperwork on them to send
Oh.
back.
Okay. We will get that over to you as soon as I believe we want to know what they are.
We can start with the Rachel Truax case.
Okay, great.
Terms of that deferral are going to be 120 days with a 6-hour course due by day 60 and payment of the fine of $254. Mr. Swain, she doesn't need longer than 30 days. Is that correct?
No, I don't believe so. Those are the terms we have. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from today till October 30th, the deferral will run with a course due by September 3rd and payment due by August 1st. And that's about all she wrote. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we'll email that over to you. I'll actually get Mr. Mattson's signature later. I want to go ahead and facilitate. Let's get the other one down and then I'll probably be able to let you go, Mr. Swain. Hold on.
Okay.
And then for Mindy Schaefer, I have the same terms in my notes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Swain, is that your understanding as well?
That's correct, though. It looks like the costs and fees I have are $269. So
That is
Yes.
different.
That's what the court has as well.
Okay.
Okay, so I will send both of those over to you here shortly, and if we could just get them back this morning, that would be perfect.
Yeah, I'll get them back as soon as I receive them, Judge.
Okay, you're good to go with the thanks of the court. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Wolf, are you able to rescreen yourself and
Yes, ma'am.
there you go. Okay, let me move y'all over. This is on the LLC Cadence Education cases. Here we go. Excuse me. Yes. There we go. Thank you. Okay, we're still working along. Mr. Matson and Mr. Wolf, let's get an update on the LLC Cadence Education LLC.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Wolf received discovery on this case
Okay.
sometime last week. I think I was on June 28th. So he's just reviewed that and he's going to take an offer back to his client. So if we could reset to the August 13th Zoom date, I think that'd be appropriate.
Okay, let me check and see. I think that's gonna work fine. Let me double check. The one thing I don't have open. Hold on. Will that work? Work. The clerk says we're good. So I will go ahead and reset to that Zoom date. 8/13. Mr. Wolf, is that acceptable to you?
Yes, Your Honor, sounds great.
Okay. I will send that over to you with the link for that meeting, and we'll let you go today with the thanks of the court.
All right, thank you, Judge. Y'all have a good holiday.
And you too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Matson, moving you forward, if I could get Mr. Hall, Sterling Hall to unmute, that would be great. He's here with the Pritchard Law Firm, is that right?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Great, I'll move you over to that meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. I've got an email printing.
From
It's for me. Yeah. Yeah,
another email.
yeah. It's okay. We're all trying to take care of everybody we can.
There you go.
No problem. Forget that one. Excuse me. Folks, I'm not going away. I'm just gonna go grab some papers. I'll be right back.
Defendant signature or attorney for defendant. We normally do. I don't, what, no, thousand or days, but it's. This was when they explained it to me, that it required knowing what's normally happening. I didn't know what normally happens, so. Obviously, I didn't track it. Let's see. Hmm. Thank you for sharing that with me. I assume you brought that. Is it your You can keep
copy?
it.
Okay. It's nicely done. Okay. Let's get an update on the Joseph McGee case.
Judge, actually, for both of these cases, Mr. Hall was just provided with discovery, so
Oh,
he's going
okay.
to need some time to look that over, and there's an offer for both, but he needs time to talk to his clients about those.
Okay, where are we resetting?
If we could do the August 13th Zoom, I think that would be appropriate.
Okay. So, Mr. Hall,
Yes, Your Honor.
any questions or objections to that reset?
No, ma'am, none.
Okay, then I will move it to the Zoom reset on, that's going to be on August 13th. And we'll email out that new link to you here shortly.
Understood.
With the thanks of the court, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor. Take care, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hall.
You just hang up is
Yes, ma'am.
okay, very good.
Understood. Bye.
When you're ready.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. And again, I will try to do my best. Attorney Itzabamo,
Yes, I'm here.
did I come closer or did I just hear
Yes, yeah, that's good. It's Itzabamo.
like to get names right? I'm gonna move y'all over to that meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. There it goes. Are these family violence findings something that you manage? Or get them directly to you? Thank you. I think this is for Dana. I can take it too. Ability to do that. If we could reset her for a show call, well, to come in and talk to me, but let's do it on a pretrial date, same day she's in the show. Since they didn't show up, I mean, that's just, there's not, for me to waive them, they need to be here on the next one. We gotta set it. They did certify the email of their client, please. We probably need to email it and mail it because notice is important on that one. Mhm. Okay, let's get an update on, I think we just have the one case, is that right? No,
There's two, Your Honor. We have Mr. Hernandez, which I'd like to start with.
great.
So for that, I think just a 2-week reset is good. It sounds like there is all the required paperwork is available. It just needs to be sent to the court.
Okay.
So I think 2 weeks is good. And if we get it resolved before then it's resolved before then.
And are we both comfortable with Zoom, counsel?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that's reset to July 16th on Mr. Nathan Hernandez. And we'll sort it out when we get there. It sounds like y'all are working on it.
Yes.
Yes.
On Robert Estes, let's get an update.
For those, Your Honor, I think the August 13th date is probably appropriate. I really would just like to see the Omni fees paid on those tickets since they're from 2018. Is there a specific hold on his Omni fees, or it was the Ms. Obama said that the Omni fees weren't going to be lifted, and I was assuming that that's because he doesn't qualify for them to just be removed automatically.
Let me look and see if I have the information I would need in order to do that. But we don't do that automatically on representation by counsel unless it's they ask to do so in writing and then pay those fees, just those fees. Otherwise, I do an indigency determination or an indigent determination. Let me look in the file and see. My guess is we don't have it because they normally would print it for me, but I'll double check.
I had told Ms. Obama that if her firm submits a letter saying that the Omni fees are being paid specifically, then that should take care of things.
Well, they have to do it.
Right.
Right. And then once it's referred to Omni and they pay those fees, Omni lets us know. No, they pay Omni fees here. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, we let Omni know that they've been paid, and the letter comes over sometimes from you both, sometimes from just the attorney, but they just say, hey, we're paying these, please remove it. We're on the case. We're staying on the case. And then we proceed to do that. So, if there is an indigent, like that last firm where I talked to the guy about it, Mr. Marsh, that firm only represents indigent people, but I still need that paperwork from them. If I need to make an indigent determination, then I just need we call it a financial affidavit. Is that our situation here, or are we just paying it's like, I can't remember, $39 on them or each case? $30 on each case. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, it's $120 in Omni fees.
Okay.
I'm not really opinionated about collecting them so much as just following what the law says in each sort of eventuality, indigent versus not indigent. You're going to know best because it's your client. If I need to make an indigent determination, I just need that financial affidavit. It's on our website. You can email to are they emailing directly to you, Aaron? To Ms. Stotts, and she can send it over either way. If they're just paid, send us a letter saying here's the check, we're paying it, and please remove them. So that's kind of how we do sort of both categories of things. And then what's really helpful is, then if you'll look on their failure to appear section of the DPS website, and just see, like, you can watch them close out of Omni. And then you'll also see if there's anything else that you as their attorney might want to be aware of. And then come August, we've cleared the Omni hurdle and maybe they're moving towards getting lawful, which is, I'm a big fan of lawful driving. So, so it makes sense to me to we back up and take this step. So we're going to reschedule to that August. Is it August 6th, 13th? Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me just ask a clarifying question. So does our client need to send the money to the court, or does he pay it online?
He would send it in. Usually you send it in, like he pays, you send it in to us. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we clear the Omni hurdle and let them know the judge is releasing it because it's a specific order from the judge.
Okay. Just want to see where the money needs to be sent to.
It's a good question, and people rarely ask that one, but that's actually how that works.
Okay. All
Okay.
right, great. Thank
All right.
you.
So right
Ms.
now,
Satsubama, just for your ease, I don't know if your client actually needs to fill that out, but I did send you in the chat a link to the financial affidavit. That way you don't have to go digging through the website for it.
Okay. We appreciate that. Thank you.
thank
You're
you.
welcome.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you. Any further questions on this matter, these matters from either of you?
None from me, Your
No.
Honor.
Okay, Ms. Satsubama, you're good to go.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Mattson, Robert Callahan is the next person. And this is on the Richard Walker case, Jr. So just asking him, there we go.
I'm present. Good
Hi,
after, good morning.
good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good.
Good, glad we can hear you. It's great if you can also get on camera.
Oh, yes, give me a moment.
Sure, no problem. Thank you so much. Okay, I will move y'all over to that meeting.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, they're gonna do their thing.
And we're gonna do ours.
And we're gonna sit here and do ours.
Mhm.
Mm.
So we're going to.
Yeah, he got paid for the first time yesterday.
Didn't you realize all those taxes come out?
You know, because he didn't make that much. It didn't seem like that much. It did drop the number from above 300 to below 300. So that was sort of noticeable, like, you know. It's a very part-time. I think he's working almost 18 hours a week. So, you know, and then I explained to him what those withholdings were about and why that happens. And, you know, I didn't talk to him about 41 credits, but I will be having that conversation because you get some credits for part-time work, but you don't get full credit. And so it's, you know, that's something for him to understand. But, so he felt proud about it, you know, so that's the thing. They still just have him on portions. And the other day, they let him go a little tiny bit early. I guess he was done. And I don't really know if this was the right thing or not, but because honestly, I don't know. But I said, well, then did you log out? And he said, no. I walked around the whole place and asked if anybody else needed help, which is very nice. But I said, that's very nice. Did you check with the supervisor and make sure that was okay before, you know, because you didn't log out when they let you go? And he said, no, I didn't do that. And I said, did you log out at the end before you left? And he said he did. So I just I said, always check and make sure that since you're letting me go, is it okay to, yeah. So that's a good lesson. And then he told me the other day, so we were working on driving, because, you know, we've got to get him to where he can legally drive himself to work. And he has a learner's permit. And it's just getting him to stay focused while he drives is the biggest thing. And he stems by talking to himself, sometimes gesturing. And he started to try to do it. And I was like, you cannot let go of that steering wheel. Not with one hand, not with both, you know. And I said, you know, for you, normal driving might be that you have to pull over because you need to stem a little while. That's okay. What you can't do is stem that way while driving. Are you going to be able to do that? And he said, I think I can. And then he told me he had some insight. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. He had the insight that he, at work, he was trying to stay focused and not stem. And he said, I'm telling myself, you can do it, you can do it. And I said, you know, it's okay to advocate for yourself and tell people, if you see me doing this, I'm just stemming and I'm trying actually not to, but don't get worried, you know. I'm just telling myself I can do it, you know. So he wasn't sure he wanted to do that, but I told him they can't, if they don't know why you're not performing, then they can't take it into account. So you're gonna need to tell them. Okay, let's go ahead and check in on Mr. Walker's case.
Your Honor, can we just get a reset to the August 13th Zoom date for this one?
Yes, we absolutely can. Mr. Callahan, will that work for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a Zoom meeting. Are you comfortable with that process?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Then with the thanks of the court, you're free to go. Thank you so much.